Cuerpo, alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo para darle alegría y cosa buena, alegría y cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena. ¡Hey! Morena, ¿cómo estás?
Hola mi gente chula y hermosa. Today's video is gonna be recreating my high school look. I remember in high school I used to wear pink eyeshadow all the time, and so de eso se va a tratar el video el día de hoy. I'm basically gonna wear the same eyeshadow that I wore when I was in high school. The only difference is back in high school I didn't really know about priming your face. I don't even think we had the little spongy, which is actually, that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm opening up my Morphe spongy. This is my fave. I had no idea about them. So, si existían, no sabía yo. Yo me hacía mi foundation con un brush, and that was it. So, and believe it or not, the eyeshadow I'm going to use is actually the eyeshadow that I used back in high school. And this is it. It's almost gone, but there's still a little bit, todavía hay un poquitito allá adentro. And we're gonna go ahead and take, of course, a primer. Now, this is the one that I like to use. It's the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, and this is the moisturizing one. So it's gonna be the soft silk one. I like to use this one because I have really, really, really dry skin. So we'll take just a little bit of that. So now we are gonna go ahead and I'm gonna actually, because the eyeshadow could be, it does have a lot of downfall, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeshadow first, and then I will probably do my foundation towards the end. So let's get started, y'all. Okay, so first thing I do are my eyebrows, because my eyebrows are such a pain. For my eyebrows, I am using my NYX, the Tame and Frame, which looks like this. There we go, maybe. And this is in the color chocolate. And so I'm done with one. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one. And now what I like to do is I like to add a little bit of, it's not eyeshadow, it's a brow eyeshadow. And I like to use the Milani Brow Fix. Now excuse the dirtiness, I've had this forever. I don't even know if they even make these anymore, which I don't know what I'm gonna move on to after this runs out. But I'll dust it off a little bit, and then what I'll do is just go in there and I'll color it in a little bit. And I think I've always done this. I didn't use the brow pomade when I was in high school, but I do know I did fill in my eyebrows with some kind of brow eyeshadow. And then I'll take the other one and then I'll fill that in as well. Just to kind of add a little more color to the eyebrows. And then what I'll do is I will take my clear lash mascara, I guess you can say. And then what I'll do is, because a lot of it goes on the brush, you want to just wipe it off a little bit, and then I'll just kind of go over it. And this is just so that your eyebrows could stay in place all day. It's so good. I love it. Ever since I started using it, I absolutely love it. I think I've only been using this for like maybe the past, I want to say maybe 6 months, but it works really good. And then I like to, which I can't find it, there it is. I like to use my IT Bye Bye Under Eye concealer, and I like to just kind of go over that's what I like to clean off my eyebrows with. So let me see here. So this is how I will shape the eyebrow just a little bit more. Not just that, but also wipe off the excess that I don't need. And then I'll just kind of wipe down the extra down. And I've always liked a good, nice arched eyebrow. I feel like if there's no, I feel like your brows define you. So now I'm doing the other one, and I know I may look crazy. I promise you guys, the end result will be fine. As we all know, we can look a little crazy while doing our makeup, but at the end we look fly. And for some reason, I don't know why, it just seems like I always struggle with my left eyebrow more than I do with my right eyebrow. My left eyebrow never cooperates with me. As y'all can see, for some reason, the right one looks darker. I think it might be because I have a little more hair on the right one than I do on the left one, so that makes sense. And what I'll do is I'll wipe off the excess, and what I like to do is I like to go in here just to kind of make it look more, give it more of that natural look. So after I do that, I'll take my little brush again and I'll just kind of brush it off once more. Okay, and I know it looks crazy. I like to take, I don't know, I think I bought this brush on Amazon. I like how it's like a little pointy there. And what I do is I just kind of, it's just like the perfect size for the middle of my brows. And I like to just kind of dust it off here. And this is dusting off the excess concealer that you have on your brows. And I like to just kind of go under the brow and dust it off there a little. And there you go. So that is off now, and moving on to the next step here. I will go ahead and use my LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition to help keep my eyeshadow in place. Now this is one thing I do know I didn't do in high school is, I think that's why I would wear so much eyeshadow, because I didn't know about priming your eyeballs before putting on the eyeshadow. I had no idea, guys. Now for this one, I'm gonna go and take my NYX Professional Makeup Brush, and then I'll just, you know, brush that off just a little bit there. You don't want to be too harsh with it. Okay. So after you've done that, you want to go ahead and take your eyeshadow. The brush that I'm going to use for the outer corner is going to be my JH34. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of the product. We're going to go ahead and dust that off, and we're going to start with the up part of your eye. And now we're going to go ahead and do the other part. And we're going to take a little bit more. As you can see, there's a lot of fallout. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's plenty of fallout. So when there's fallout, what I like to do is I like to take like a big brush and I like to just wipe it off a little bit. And I was gonna go ahead and use a different brush, but I'm gonna go ahead and use that same brush to do the inner part of the eye, because I've decided to go ahead and be as original as possible to recreating that look again. If I were probably to be doing this look again without, you know, recording this, I would probably use a lighter eyeshadow for the inner eye, just to kind of give it a more pretty look. Okay, sorry guys, my boyfriend's going to the store and he was asking me what I wanted. So, okay, all right, so this is what it looks like so far. And now we are going to put a lighter eyeshadow right underneath your eyebrow. So for that one, I like to use my Jaclyn Hill B3 brush. Once again, you want to dust off the excess. And I've always liked to use like a creamy beige color, I guess you can say. Okay, and for the lighter color underneath my eyebrow, I did use the 24/7 Chill color, which is going to be this one here. And this one is in the Milani Luster Light palette. So there's that one there, which I absolutely love. Let me show you guys again. It has really pretty colors, as you can see. I just absolutely love it. I think it's like $10 at Walmart, by the way. So now we're done with that. Now I'm just trying to find my Black eyeliner. And I know I do my makeup really, really weird. A lot of people tell me that I do my makeup super weird, but I think that everyone should just do their makeup the way that works best for them. So for those of you watching in Spanish, estoy recreando mi look de la prepa. En la prepa usaba mucho la sombra rosa. Entonces es el look que estoy haciendo el día de hoy. Lo estoy recreando porque obviamente cosas han cambiado de cuando yo no estaba en la prepa. Y entonces todo lo que estoy haciendo es recreando el look otra vez, pero un poquito más de cómo lo haría ahora a como lo hacía antes. Y ahorita estoy batallando porque no encuentro mi lineador negro que viene siendo de líquido. ¿Por qué? Este no es. Oh, yo creo que sí es. Oh, es que se quebró. Okay. Alright guys, never mind. I guess this just broke. So alrighty, so I know I've been telling you everything I've been using. So this is an eyeliner that I use, super affordable, and if it works, then hey, why not? So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. Looks like this, and this is what I'm gonna use. So yeah, let me just. So basically what happened is it broke because I've been tossing it around everywhere. So se me quedó, pero. Okay, I'll be back, guys. So now that we're done with that, we're going to put on our eyelashes. Yay! And for those of you who are just barely starting out to do makeup, keep in mind, guys, you don't have to, I would recommend you work with what you have. You don't have to use all brand makeup. To mix brand, but I also like to use a lot of the drugstore makeup just because I'm really picky on some things and I like to get what's best for me, especially because my skin is just so hard to work with just because it's so dry. I do have a lot of brand makeup, but I also have a lot of drugstore makeup as well too. So whatever works best for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my eyelashes. There. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so now that I've got my eyelashes on and they're not super dramatic, more of like the natural looking eyelashes, and that's why I kind of like them. And just because I didn't wear eyelashes back in high school, so that's why I just wanted to wear something nice and simple and not too dramatic. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black mascara. I like that one. And then one of my top faves that I just started using not too long ago is going to be the L'Oreal, and this is the Voluminous Lash Paradise one. It looks like this one. And this one, guys, I like to compare this one to the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. I feel like they're very similar. Even the brush is very similar. And I like it because it's really dark. And it does give those lashes some volume. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation. And the foundation that I use is going to be the L'Oreal Paris. It's going to be the Pro Glow one. I'm a 203. I take my e.l.f. foundation brush, and I like to just brush it off onto my face a little bit before I use my sponge. So I'll kind of just brush it off like this. And I like to go in as deep as possible as I can back to like my hairlines, just so it looks more natural. So you want to take your little wet sponge, remember to wet it. Here is a funny story. When I first started using this, I had no idea that you had to wet it. And then what I like to do, guys, so it matches your neck a little bit, I like to take the excess and just drag it down a little bit. That way you're not able to really tell the difference. And I like to take my Born This Way Too Faced concealer. And this is what I like to use for my under eyes. And actually that's a new one I just bought. I'm actually gonna try the vanilla color right now. Wait, yeah. So right now I use the nude color. And I like to just go underneath here. I like to make these areas bright here. So we're just gonna go in like this. And you're gonna apply your concealer. I also like to apply a little bit on my nose, a little bit on the forehead. And these are kind of like the big areas that I like to apply it in. And then I'll kind of take the end of it and I'll go over on my forehead. I like to take my Airspun translucent powder. And you want to just go over those spots with the translucent powder. And this is usually just all the areas that I want highlighted where I'll take that in. So I'll do the bridge of the nose, and then I'll do a little bit of up here as well. The last thing I do too is I do take a little bit and I like to just put it here so that when I put on the bronzer, it makes it a lot easier. So now we know where to put the bronzer at. And my absolute favorite bronzer from all time is going to be the Fenty Beauty bronzer. And this is in the color Caramel Cutie or Caramel. I like to take my Jaclyn Hill brush for this one, and this is going to be the 5. And I'll just kind of swipe up a little bit. And I've already made my line, so as you guys can see, it just makes it a whole lot easier. And I just like to take a little bit of the application. I like to put it on my forehead a little bit. I'll take a little bit and just put it underneath my face line as well. And then what I like to do on my nose is I like to contour it just a little bit. I'll take my Jaclyn Hill, this is the 8, and I'll just get a little bit of the product and I'll kind of go in on the side like this. Okay, and then I'll go in with the bigger brush and just kind of pat that down a little bit. And then what I'll do now is I will dust off the translucent powder. This was a gift from a friend for one of those Secret Santas, I believe like 2 years ago. And right now I am using the Revlon Oh Baby Pink. I like to take my Wet n Wild brush. I'm not sure. It's the big fluffy blush brush. And I like to just kind of, I like to dip it twice. And that's one thing that I could not miss to put on in high school was the blush. And then now for my highlighter, I like to use my Bizou. It's actually a nice little highlighter. It gives you a nice glowy look. You just want to dip it twice because then it's going to be a little too much, but how cute is that? Love that glow. And you just want to put some on the tip of your nose. And I like to get a little bit and put it on the bridge of my nose as well. Just those different highlighted areas. I like to put some here. That when I put on my lipstick, it kind of gives it that highlighted look. And then a little bit on my chin as well. Okay. But there it is so far, guys. You want to use a finish spray. The one I like to use is going to be the Morphe for now. Favorite go-to is going to be the MAC, but this is what I'm working with now. And we're going to just spray it there. For this one, I am going to use my LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner, and this is in the color Sugar and Spice, and this is my absolute favorite. It's definitely my go-to. And I like to put a little bit of, just a tiny bit of chapstick right underneath them. But there you go, guys. Well, this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it. And like I said, if you guys recreate one of your guys' high school makeup look, definitely tag me on my Instagram. We'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.